Today, I'm going to share with you one of the greatest meta shifts that I am seeing inside of Counter-Strike 2 right now, and it is going to be something that you can do in your 3-stack, 4-stack, and 5-stack games to really push the advantage and frustrate the other team so much. This is something that has caught me off guard and made me very, rage-induced and angry. So we're going to get into that today, but before we do, I have to give you a message from the sponsor of today's video.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
Alright guys, so the new meta with Counter-Strike 2 is contrary to all the other videos I've been posting on my channel and how I've been trying to teach you guys how to play the game, and that is going to be having one player at least, but you could even maybe do this with 2 players, 3 players, forcing while the other players on the team save, or just buying an MP9 and MAC-10 in general. The MP9 especially is one of the most broken guns in the game right now, and if you know that you're going to be playing in a close range angle like in lower tons here as a CT, we're trying to get in here and take these fights. One, you don't necessarily need util, so you could force up just an SMG with maybe just a smoke or nothing and play these close range angles where you actually have the advantage with an MP9 versus an A1S, right? The MP9 close range is arguably the best gun in the game outside of, like, obviously if you can op someone down or shotgun them. The damage output at close range with the MP9 is literally insane. You melt people like butter. This gun is a laser beam, so players are utilizing this by forcing more when they should be saving technically, right? And so I'll sit there in games, right, and I'll be playing against some of these players that are taking advantage of this playstyle, right? I have an AK, I mentioned this AK. I'm coming through tons here, and I expect them to be on pistols. I think they're going to be on full P250s, 5.7s, and so I'm coming down here, and then I just get deleted. I get absolutely melted, right? And then I sit there and start raging, like, why is this guy forcing? Why is he doing this? But that is just a good play that you can make in Counter-Strike 2 right now. With the MP9 in specific too, not only does it shoot super fast, when you burst it, it is so accurate, right? So yes, it's best in close range situations, but you surprisingly can take longer range fights when they're scaling up on you and stuff and still, be very effective, right? So not only that, you've got to realize with these MP9s and stuff, they provide such a huge economic boost. I get that you're making the investment, right? It's only $12.50 though, plus Kevlar vest. Like, that really isn't that big of an investment, and when you get kills with this gun, you get a great reward bonus. I forget what the change, if it's $600, I believe it's $600 reward you get per kill. Someone fact check me if that's wrong, but you can build a great economy. So what you see players doing in these 3 stacks and 5 stacks is they force up on these rounds, get MP9s and stuff, and they start trying to farm and build up money, and if they find an AK on the ground, they'll drop it to their teammate and use the MP9 again the next round. Now, I want to be very clear. If you have enough money, if you have like, 10K in your bank and your team is winning rounds and doing stuff, don't buy an MP9. Just buy an M4 and adjust your game plan, right? But if your team's economy is struggling a little bit and you are taking on that role for the team and your team understands what you're doing, it can be unmatched as far as the output and the ability to tilt the other team, provide your team with a little more dynamic gameplay, and always just keeping the other team on edge, right? Because think about it, if the other team has to go against you on an eco round and they're like, these guys only have pistols, so we don't really need to worry too much. One, guys, time and time again in these plugs, but also league matches and things, people play so much looser against pistols because they're like, I've got the op, I've got the AK, I can run around a bit more and just farm these guys, right? People get very hungry and greedy, and you can shout out to the follower on my Twitch. I forgot to turn notifications off. Hey, follow my Twitch, nice little plug right there. But guys, you can snowball the rounds so hard, right? If you're in lower with an MP9 and you have pistols about ready to crunch, if you get these kills, now you have armor, you can pick up the AK, you can have another gun down, whatever it is, and you can snowball the rounds so fast just based off that one investment. I'm telling you, this is like by far one of the coolest meta changes, and it's been around for a bit. Don't get me wrong, this has been something around for a bit, but you see it more and more at a high level where players are forcing. Now let's go ahead and take this a next step further. forget the MP9, forget the Mac 10. I'm seeing, you know, over time I've seen this, but also in CS2 with just the way the game works, the shorter games, teams kind of get a little more desperate right now. And one play that they're making is like, you know, instead of dropping your teammates pistols, say we're saving and I have like $4,800 and my teammates have like 2K, instead of dropping them pistols, a player will just force up a bit and get like Kevlar vest and just an M4, and they will get him into a dynamic position, right? Like if they go to catwalk here, they'll try to flash peek mid for him to fight and try to get kills, try to pick people off. And if he dies, you know, the gun's down cat right here, and his pistol players can just pick it up and rinse and repeat, do the same thing, right? Or he can be a little more dynamic. If they're going mid to B, they can have him boost up here. He's waiting, you know, the smoke comes in, he pops up and starts shooting them in these positions to give yourselves a chance to win the round, right? And say he's the A player going for this cat play and they just rush B, then he just saves the M4 and armor, right? No harm done. He just saves the M4. Why do people do this though? Because every kill, even going back to the MP9 and Mac 10, every kill you can get on the other team, it forces them to have to rebuy this Kevlar helmet or just Kevlar, the rifles that they had, the kit, if they're on CT side, the utility. All of this economic damage is huge to giving yourself the best chance to win the game. So you're going to see a lot more players utilizing the MP9s, the Mac 10s, when maybe they should be saving, right? Maybe they should be just pistol, no armor. But if one player on each team can do this, you can really keep the other team on edge and make sure that they are never feeling secure in the game. Because at the end of the day, guys, like I said, those eco rounds feel so good to play against when your team knows what they're doing. But if the other team is forcing like SMGs and stuff, it just becomes a bit of a nightmare sometimes. So whatever you do, always have a plan, always know what you're trying to do in the round. If you need help finding direction and understanding what you should be doing, go ahead and check out the other videos on my channel. I post daily videos for you guys to learn and get better from. I have professional experience. I'm going to be playing internationally in Saudi Arabia later this year for Team USA. So I want you guys to get better. I want to grind and grow with you along the way. So if you want individual personal coaching, team coaching, I'm also there too to provide paid services. Go ahead and check the description of this video if that is something you would like to receive. So appreciate every single one of you guys. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. I'm cooking up some bangers and you don't want to miss out. So let's keep growing. Let's keep learning the meta and doing our best that we possibly can. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.